Weekly update for Friday, April 20th. And a lot of stuff to get through here. First of all, I want to show you one of Lee Thacker's autographed copies of Love and Aardvarks #1, which I forgot to order as extra copies on the print run. Ordinarily, the cover artist on one of the Cerebus parodies, in this case Lee Thacker, would be getting 10 copies, and he still will be getting 10 copies, but I have to go out and buy 10 copies in order to send them to him. Anyway, Love and Aardvarks is, as far as we know, going to be in comic book stores this Wednesday. And you know what that means? Yes, hit it, Sean!
On the last Wednesday of every month, the new Cerebus in hell #1!
Last Wednesday of the month. So, and it is still the reigning champion as the rarest Cerebus #1 outside of Cerebus #1 itself. We just got the orders in for the undateable Cerebus, and the orders are back up to 2,700. So you're looking at the rarest Cerebus #1, total orders of 2,500. And as I say, I'll be getting 10 copies for Lee Thacker, and going to be ordering another 10 copies for myself. I think we're now getting into serious rarity category, where yeah, I would definitely like to have 20 copies of the rarest Cerebus #1 in the Cerebus archive. Okay, we got a couple of clips for you now from out back at Camp David to show you what good your donations are doing every time that you win one of our weekly auctions, and the money comes in and it goes straight to Rolly and Dave Fisher for helping preserve the Cerebus archive one step at a time. So let's go back and take a look. And this is the biggest advance we've been making out back at Camp David. Rolly's been putting all of the Glamourpuss tracing paper in order, reverse chronologically. This is from the last issue of Glamourpuss with Daria Medved. I have to be very careful showing you this stuff because it's in plastic bags, which means it easily slides all over the place. But it's all in 11 by 17 plastic polypropylene bags, and in any instance where we've also got the photocopy of the original photo that I used to trace the cover image. As you can see, I'm looking for the Goldilocks spot. Too dark and too light. And this is the tracing that I actually did. So this is all of the tracing paper that exists with Glamourpuss #26, and then #25 Sutanopus underneath that, and back from there, and back from there, and back from there, all the way back to Glamourpuss #1. And very lengthy process, and very much appreciate everyone's contributions in making a financial donation in winning one of the auctions that keeps this work moving forward. Two of the correspondence boxes with Glamour Puss photo reference and Glamour Puss photocopies that will be stored probably as part of the correspondence files. And as you can see, still a ways to go on getting Glamour Puss all taken care of in the Cerebus archive. Certain mix of stuff. This is actually from Cerebus TV. This should be over in the Cerebus TV package. This should be over in the Cerebus TV package. And then we've got some logos from Glamour Puss. Top notch. Not all my cosplay can save me. That'll go in the lettering file. Russ Heath, me designing the That Russ Heath Girl section of Glamour Puss, and some ideas for how the lettering could look. And there you go. Some original artwork, mock-up of 2 pages of Stan Drake and Alex Raymond and Sarah Jane Strickland, with some sketching on there, some photocopy. So there you go, keeping you posted on how much progress we're making on getting the Cerebus archive in order. And thanks again to everybody who's making a donation and a contribution to keeping this work moving forward. Okay, and so here we're going to go right to the auction items now. Here's basically studio cleanup auction item number 1, actually office cleanup. This is a pile of Cerebus in Hell clipping panels and a bunch of yellow post-it note scripts for Cerebus in Hell with a question mark ideas that I came up with. And these are all from issues coming up in 2019, so you can have fun putting these back together as strips and going, oh, I get it, that's actually pretty funny. Auction item number 2. This is the epilogue to the Iron Manticore storyline, and includes the only appearance of, oh, there it is right now, the literal demon in the bottle, which was, I think, not sure if that was Benjamin Hobbs' idea or David Birdsong's idea, but this will be the only line of dialogue that the demon in the bottle has. And Sean Robinson informs me that he's still laughing about that line of dialogue. So if you want to know what Sean Robinson's laughing about these days, this is the package that you want to get. It also includes 7 backup strips from Vark Thing, which is going to be the next parody after the Iron Manticore, and it's actually a backup strip. We're going to be doing basically Dante and Virgil versus the Hawkmen of Mongo, which came about because I'm actually rereading Flash Gordon, having been sent, thank you, courtesy of IDW, the first 3 volumes of their Flash Gordon collection. I want to get the story behind the princesses and the queens in Flash Gordon, and I gotta say, I find the material really juvenile, but unintentionally funny in that way. So I just had to do Dante and Virgil versus the Hawkmen of Mongo. So if you're curious about that Alex Raymond parody, this is the place that you would get it if you don't want to wait until 2019. Okay, the next auction item we're going to do as a package. It includes blank Cerebus in Hell comic books. Hey, exciting or what? These were sent to me by Marquee Printing when Sean Robinson said, actually I think we can save some money on the paper if we go from this paper on the cover stock and the interior pages to this paper and the cover stock on the interior pages. And I got it in and went, it's about the same to me, yeah, let's go for it. So there you go. I will write on the front of that Cerebus in Hell with a question mark, blank comic book number 1, and Cerebus in Hell with a question mark, blank comic book number 2, number 1 out of 1 in each case. And that will be part of this package, which will include the first set of proofs that I got for the actual Love and Aardvarks strips. There's only 4 strips and the inside front cover of Love and Aardvarks number 1 that is actually making fun of Love and Rockets. And if you want to know what those 4 strips and the inside front cover, those are my contributions to Love and Aardvarks number 1. As well, I've got the 4 strips that were the World's Finite comics back when it was actually called World's Finesse Cerebi number 1. Decided to change that to World's Finite Comics, which is the other record holder for rarest Cerebus number 1, apart from Cerebus number 1 itself. And we're going to make that all part of one package. You get the 2 blank Cerebus in Hell with a question mark comic books, and you get these early proofs on World's Finite and Love and Aardvarks. And that will be package number, where are we here? That's number 3 on that one. And package number 4 is going to be an early proof copy of Strange Cerebus number 1. This is one of the Cerebus in Hell number 1s that is sold out. So if you haven't been able to get one, you might want to buy the actual proof copy. Not the final proof, but proof copy of Strange Cerebus number 1. And all of these can be personalized or just signed. It's your call. And the big deal, I think, for most of the people watching for this week is going to be the X-Files annual from 2014. As you can see, I've signed it in gold ink at the top with plenty of room for personalizing it in gold ink. That includes my cover, or what they used of it, for Nightmare, which is also a backup story that I wrote for X-Files Annual 2014. You get that, and you also get the X-Files photo cover of the annual from 2014. And again, it's a little hard to see, but I've signed it in gold up at the top, and plenty of room for personalizing that to you if you want that personalized. But that's not all. With that is also going to be X-Files Reward Prototype number 1, the actual X-Files annual cover as I conceived of it, with a lot of extra artwork and lettering on there. And this will be prototype number 1 out of 1. These will probably be used as rewards attached to the Cerebus Archive Kickstarters when we get back to those. And no sign of that yet. I'm back working on The Strange Death of Alex Raymond. So I'm going to be doing that full speed ahead for the next while. But there you go, the original artwork for the X-Files annual number one from 2014 as I conceived of it. And again, that can be personalized to you, or it can just be signed as it is now, number 1 out of 1, 18 April 2018. Okay, that will do it for the weekly update this week. Please join us next week for a weekly update on April 27th.